Vigits, yo, what's up, guys? What's going on? Hope y'all doing well. I don't know what the Dortmund coach is talking about, Terzic. That was not a penalty. Those two were not penalties. Maybe the Adeyemi one, at least at the beginning, it seems like, because it's going so fast, it seems like it might be a penalty, but then you see the replay, it's not a penalty. It seems like it's a penalty because it's going so fast, but it's not a penalty. You see the replay, the slow motion, you can tell Adeyemi's taking a step forward, and the defender, he's just going straight. Suarez, I think it was. He's just going straight. So it's Adeyemi that's obviously the attacker. He's going to look for the penalty when he's in the penalty box. But he's just stepping forward, and the defender's just going. He's just going straight. He's not obstructing him. What was the commentator said that he went between his legs? There was no in between his legs. What are you talking about? There was no in between his legs. He was going at the side and just trying to block the shot. That's it. He was just blocking the shot. Nothing wrong about that. And it was Adeyemi. I'm not saying Adeyemi should have gotten a yellow card or should have gotten the foul against him. But Adeyemi's the one that clearly is looking for the penalty. And he's been doing that pretty much throughout the whole game. Not looking for penalty, but looking for a foul here and there. Always throwing his hands up. Him and Bellingham. Oh my God, Bellingham. God, like, if I had to encapsulate an image of Bellingham, it would be this. He did that throughout the whole game. So I can see the argument where Adeyemi might be a penalty because you see many of those same plays where they are giving penalties. Over the years, I've noticed that football has changed where, they're protecting a lot more. They've always been protecting the forwards, but a whole lot more. And a play like that is normally a penalty. Based on that, I could see where it's a penalty, but really there was no danger. There was no obstruction of any kind. If anything, I wouldn't just stick my foot like that. The Sula, I didn't even catch it until later on that they were calling a handball. I was like, what are they talking about? That it was an offside. So the handball, yeah, it was away from his body, but he's breaking his fall. And I know it's the intention. Sorry about that. I know it's the intention of Sula where the ball is going. It's going towards goal, but he barely touched it. It was like a half shot. I think he nipped it. That's it. That's all he did. He didn't really have a full contact. So even if it was going towards goal, which he barely nicked it. There was a Bochum defenders right next to the play, so they would have gotten to the ball before any Dortmund player. That one also dubious. I don't think that was a penalty. There wasn't enough for you to be able to call that, just because yes, the intention that the ball is going forward, but ball wasn't even really going forward. It went to the side. It went to the side, didn't go forward, so he barely touched it. At first, I thought he just swung and he missed the ball completely. So I don't think that was a handball. Those are one of those things like where with what power was that going to go to the goal? And there was nobody around a Dortmund player that, you could interpret that had the Dortmund player gotten there, he would have scored. Like, no, get out of here. You know what it was? Frustration, impotence. That's what it was. That Dortmund, not only this game, but prior games that Dortmund's been squandering the opportunity to secure this title. And in this game, I mean, they squandered so many opportunities. So Adeyemi, Bellingham and Bellingham I thought played good. Besides doing that, when he doesn't do that and he just sticks to playing, he plays really well. He changes the game. You could tell he really changes the game. There was the one play that Bellingham had, and where he took on, I think it was the captain. I think it was Losina, the guy that scored the goal. And he took him on like he wasn't even there. He just completely left him in his place. I mean, he was like stumbling. And then he shot the ball. I think he could have probably... I guess he should have shot the ball. Adeyemi was too far back, but I think he should have pulled it back for Adeyemi, which then ended up getting the ball later on. And that was a clearer chance of scoring a goal than the Bellingham one. They had so many opportunities. They had so many opportunities to wrap this game up. I thought after the second goal, the first goal, I thought that, okay, fine, because it came right after Bochum's goal. I said, okay, finally, they're going to get, their stuff together. They're going to get their shit together, and they're going to win this game. Because this is a game against bottom of the table, Bundesliga, that you should have won this. This should have been a rather easy win, let's be honest. It should have been a rather easy win, especially after Bayern is handing you a 3-1 defeat, against mine. So I think it's coming from the place that Dortmund are just frustrated. The coach is frustrated. That's why you see him complaining about like, the VAR and the ref, and I told them, and they need to do a better job. Like, do you need to do a better job, dude? I think he failed today. I think Terzic, I think he failed today. That's on him. That falls on him. Despite Bochum not having quality players like Dortmund has, I thought that Bochum did a really good job with the chances that they had. They looked dangerous, and on top of that, the whole stadium backing them up, and you could see they were growing in confidence because they were keeping Dortmund away from scoring because Dortmund had so many chances, and Reimann had a hell of a game, blocking I don't know how many shots this way, that way. Any type of shot that was thrown at him, he was blocking it. He was blocking it. So hats off and credit to Bochum, and they were feeling that. They were feeling that, and again, Dortmund just frustrated, really frustrated that they created so many opportunities. They had so many chances to seal this game, and they didn't. I don't think either Bayern or Dortmund deserve this title. I mean, one of them is eventually going to win, but that's what frustration looks like. When you see a coach arguing plays that maybe perhaps could have been penalties, instead focusing on where you needed to put the ball behind the net, where 100% more than the penalties, that the so-called penalties, you should have been arguing with your players and telling your players, how do you miss that? How are we missing that at this stage in the season? You need to put that in the back of the net. There's no excuse for why one of those 10 chances that they had didn't go in. So that's on the Dortmund coach because they have quality players and you're not taking advantage. You're not wrapping this up. This should have been an easy game for Dortmund. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Exciting. For me, it's exciting. Who's gonna win this? I think Bayern will eventually catch up, and I think they will win their last 5 games. I think they can do it. It doesn't seem like that, right? But I think they will because Dortmund's been giving chance after chance from Bayern to win this, to take this all the way home, but they keep missing. They keep striking out. I don't know. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching as always. Stay tuned for future videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Tschüss.